Hi, I'm Dave Brown from ChartMechanic.com. ChartMechanic is a database and chart composer for economic data. Our web-based tools let users combine their own data with public domain data sources that we collect from places like the Bureau of Labor Statistics or the Federal Reserve Board. Our users can load their own data very easily into ChartMechanic from common data formats like Excel spreadsheets or Google Docs or just HTML tables on the web. Common financial functions are built into ChartMechanic, like adjusting for inflation or calculating year-over-year or month-over-month changes in time series data. ChartMechanic also lets users compose highly customized charts of their mashed up data sets, and the data is continuously updated, making the chart suitable for embedding into financial dashboard and reporting applications. Our public website running at ChartMechanic.com has over 50,000 data sets that either we or our users have loaded from all over the web. And if I were interested in something from current events like unemployment, which has been in the news a lot lately, I can search for US unemployment and see all the data that ChartMechanic has about unemployment. And clicking on the first link, I see a time series of the historical unemployment rate in the United States going back to about 1950. And then another topic in the news lately have been house prices. And over here on the Mashup tab, we have a number of common economic indicators, one of which is the Case-Shiller Index, published by Standard & Poor's, which tracks house prices for various regions of the United States. And since we're in San Francisco today, I'll pick that one. So now my chart is showing me falling house prices and rising unemployment. This is getting a little bit alarming. And I remember reading something about real estate prices in Japan doing something similar. So I can see what ChartMechanic knows about land values in Japan. And I find this index, published by the Japanese Ministry of Finance, tracking real estate prices for various uses in their country. And if I select the residential index, then I can go ahead and get rid of the unemployment rate. Now I see real estate in Japan and real estate in San Francisco as functions of time that are making very similar shapes. And if I wanted to now publish this chart or share it with somebody, I can go ahead and save it. And then using the Share Chart link, I can get a link to either a PDF document or to this chart itself and throw that in a blog or a wiki or email it to somebody. Now, if I wanted to take this chart and mash it up even more and really fine-tune the UI, I can open it up in our more powerful chart editor. This lets me tweak each and every pixel on the chart. So for example, the chart started out about unemployment, but I've thrown all these real estate time series up there now, so it's not really about unemployment anymore. I'll go ahead and give it a more suitable title. I can change the name of that Japanese index. Express the Japanese series as bars instead of lines. Put the bars in front of the other line. Or render it as a line and shape where there's a square denoting each and every data point. And if I don't like squares, I can pick another shape, like a circle. And since it's kind of a somber topic on the chart, I'll change this gradient on the background to have this kind of charcoal gray. I can also throw an image up there on the background of the chart. I previously uploaded this one to the ChartMechanic server. And those flags are a little too bright, so I can tone it down a little bit. So now I've got a much nicer chart expressing the relationship between real estate in Japan and San Francisco. But everything we've done so far has only been looking at data that's already been loaded into ChartMechanic. If I want to go grab new data, say, for example, I had been browsing the web, I came across this website put out by the Port of Long Beach that shows container traffic going in and out of the port over time. All I have to do to get that into ChartMechanic is grab that link, fire up the new chart wizard, and point it at that web page. I can go ahead and tell it which HTML table I'm looking at. And then ChartMechanic went and figured out which columns were dates and which column were numbers in that data set. I can change the name of a particular column if I need to. Grab the series that I want to throw up on my chart and pick a different style of chart template. Give the chart a name. And now I've got a much nicer time series chart showing the container traffic for the Port of Long Beach. It's a much better way to understand the data rather than looking at a column of numbers. And even better, ChartMechanic has now digested this data, so these data sets are available to be thrown into other charts. And we can do this not only for HTML tables, but for Excel spreadsheets and Google Docs. And that's about all we have time for. It's just scratching the surface of everything ChartMechanic can do. I hope you'll visit us at chartmechanic.com to find out more. Thank you.